So, okay, first I want to just say that I'm Angie Short. Some of you know me, some of you maybe don't know me. I started this business 2 years ago. And at the time, 2 years ago, it was a pretty, I don't know what the right word is, but it was a pretty scary time in my life because I was in a situation where I had just become a single mom. My husband had found some greener grass, and he decided that. We did. But anyways, that was the best thing that ever happened. But anyways, I had just, not now. I had just received my papers that he had filed for divorce and everything, and a very good friend of mine at the time, at this very scary time, she had, we kind of got separated for a little while, Leanne and I, and she had friended me, or, she was going through a difficult time, and she reached out to me, and we had hung out together a little bit. She was there as a friend. And then this one day, she sent me this picture of her behind. That she had done this wrap on her right here. And she said, you gotta check this out. Look what I did with this before and after picture. I'm like, well, I want that. I'm trying to get more marketable. No. I want that. So I said, how do I get it? And she said, go to my website. So I went to her website and looked around, and I was going to order, but then I saw that I could either order as a low customer or as a distributor. And I thought, well, I could earn a little bit extra money with this. I need extra money. I'm losing my health benefits through my divorce. So it would be nice to earn a little bit of money to pay for my health benefits. So when I ordered my first box of wraps, I ordered as a distributor instead of as a low customer. And it turned out to be like the best thing I ever did. The kids came in and I got the wraps, but even before I opened the wraps, I was looking at the Success magazine and I saw all the stories in there. I saw Mickey and Chris, and I was one of the ones that helped contact them, and we found them through the Success magazine. And I was reading all the stories in there, and I said, wow, this company's really going somewhere. And I thought, I was so excited about these wraps. Leanne was so excited about these wraps. Kristen, who told her about them, everybody's gonna want these, right? So, okay. So, pull out my wrap, and I'm all excited because I'm gonna be all looking like Leanne for my wrap. And I pull the wrap on, I'm like, okay, so that didn't work so well. So I didn't see a result in my first wrap. And I didn't, it wasn't that great. So when I did the second wrap, I started to see some result. It looked like my stretch marks. I had a 10-pound baby. And I always like to brag about that, but then Kristen's like, oh, I had twins. Okay. So, with the stretch marks that I had, it actually looked like, guys, just plug your ears, but it looked like I had actually put makeup on them or something. Oh, that's right, we are out on the golf course. This whole time we're out. But my stretch, I walked out there, and Chris and I were like, wow, the whole neighborhood is going to talking about our stretch marks. But I was like, after my stretch marks, immediately after the second wrap, I started to notice, it almost looked like I put makeup on them or something. That has never happened, it was crazy. So I said, I've got to push for this because I need $500 to pay for my health benefits. What am I going to do? I'm losing all that. That's pretty scary stuff. So I'll always be forever grateful to Leanne for texting me. A lot of us get nervous and we're thinking, I really want to tell my friends about this. It's just, they're going to think I'm crazy. But thank God she did. And because it was life-changing.
Pull it together, pull it together. I have infected the entire
You have, because I never used to write this stuff until you came home for a visit. Jeez. So, anyways, I'm just here to say that, my topic was to talk on mindset. And but the one thing I wanted to get out of the way is how much Leanne has done. You look at us, and she and I are both now single moms. It happened to her after. And if it hadn't been for this company, I don't know where we would be. She's been great. come up because I feel she's been very busy because in the last few weeks she's been closing her skincare salon. And so she hasn't had a lot of time to help out with the planning of all of this and everything. But like I said, I will be forever grateful to you.
All of us.
And
Do you want to say something? Go ahead.
You say something. I don't even know what to say. I had such an aha moment last night. Angie and I went to our first conference. It's 2 years in June. We went to Green Carpet Days. So hard. But anyways, when we got there, it was just her and I. And then there was another team member that kind of just came along that went on her own. But we sat there and we looked around this room and we were like, oh my God, and I told her, just look around and take note. And where are we going to be in a year from now, in 2 years from now? This could be us. And so the biggest aha moment that I had was last night, walking in that room, and half that room was party. And it begins with one. You. Me. You. And you guys are all here. And don't ever think that you can't do this. I've had, for those of you that don't know, I've been an esthetician for 11 years. I've had my own skincare salon. And 2 years ago, if you would have asked me I'd be doing this, I'd laugh in your face. I'm like so lost. But what I want to stress to you guys is my business kicked butt. I did very, very well. And then when I was going through the separation, I became very, very down, very depressed. And I did not want to go to work. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to do this business. It was extremely difficult. But what I saw was happening, because I worked my butt off for a whole year, when I was down and out, I saw this business. My income was not doubling, but it was tripling. And the people that were coming into this business was doubling and tripling, and all of a sudden, I have 1,200 people underneath me. And I sat back and I'm like, oh my God, it is so true what they say about network marketing. And you work your butt off, and when life happens, because it does, this business will run for you. I'm not saying you can't stop. It's not, you got to continue with it. But until I got strong enough, until I got the support from friends and family and counseling and everything, I was able to pick myself up, and here I am. So there is no other way in this world that I can have this type of income. So I retired my salon, 11 years, and we're here, and I'm going to keep going, and we're going to hold a microphone at conference because we're claiming ambassador. But that's all I have to say. You guys can all do this. Just be consistent. Don't give up. It's a big, big numbers game. You are going to get those no's. I get those no's every day. Angie gets those no's every day. And then you're closer to that yes. You just got to be consistent. And that's really all. I could just talk all night.
So anyways, you see, don't be shy about sharing this. Don't keep it to yourself. This is such a blessing. And it was actually, it was like 2 years ago this week that we went to Florida, like she was talking about it, and it really hit us. But don't be shy about sharing this. My topic was to talk about mindset, and that was one of the things I wanted to talk about was, she closed her skincare salon. I started out wanting to earn $500 a month to pay for my health benefits. I paid off my mortgage 12 years early last year. My husband and I couldn't have done that. There was no possible way we could have done that. I started off this year debt-free. You just have to think outside of the box and realize that this is a different way to make all of those things happen that you had kind of given up on, all those dreams that you just kind of let shrink. Get back to thinking like that and have a vision for yourself. When I started this and I got that Success magazine and I was looking through it, I remember at the time, Ashley Sinclair, some of you probably think, oh yeah, who's she? But some of you might know, oh yeah, she's cool. But she's joined in this company in 7 months. She went to ambassador. I didn't set my goal to be ambassador in 7 months, but she showed me that it could be done in 7 months. And I thought, this company's going places. You know, I have another story that I could start a whole other tearful reunion with about Betty. But we don't have enough time for that. But I was with another company that I watched success happen. I watched it happen for Betty. I watched the life that she was able to give her children. But it wasn't happening at the speed that it's happening here with this. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that when if you were there last night, you heard Mike Patilla talk about that, and you think, oh, it's all raw. It's not. It's what you carry out of here and then go talk to other people, and you have that within you that gives you that confidence and that excitement about the business. Because now back to my Okay. When I first started in this, back to my story, how I didn't have health benefits. I was working at a pediatric therapy place, and I was making $11 an hour, and I'm thinking, how am I going to support my kids? You know, how much is child support anyway? What am I going to get? But I found out about this and said, I have to do this. Lisa can pay for my health benefits. I had a really strong why, because I'm thinking, I don't know what else I can go out there and do. But one of the biggest things that scared me right off the bat was, how am I going to do this business? Because I'm really shy. I don't like talking to people. I don't like going to places unless I know who I'm riding with, who am I going to sit with, who's going to hang with me after. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm very shy and very backwards. I looked at this company. I knew that everything was adding up, and I thought, how am I going to do this? I'm so shy. How am I going to go to events? How am I going to blitz people? Oh my gosh, how am I going to handle that blitz card? You know, it's scary. But I knew I had to get over it, and I went to a conference. We went to the first conference in Florida, and I heard Pam Souter. If you were there last night, you heard her on stage, and I heard her on stage in Florida, in a much bigger room with much more people. And she said that she told herself the same thing, and she was like me, and she was afraid too. And she said, but she told herself, I have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that was like that almost knocked me over, because I felt like she was talking to me. I'm like, okay, that's what I need to do. I need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so that's been a big focus of everybody that joins my team. I talk to them about getting uncomfortable. Because if you're in your comfort zone, you're not growing. You're not advancing, you're just kind of staying where you are. And how many of the people that you look around and we're all stuck where we are because we're afraid to step out of that spot, And one of the things I want to tell you all is use that to your advantage. How can you I use that to my advantage. I will tell you that because I was uncomfortable, I had to go out and I didn't do parties. One of the reasons I didn't have the money to buy the wraps to do parties, I didn't have the time because I was a single mom. But I used that to my advantage because I would say to people, look, I don't have the money to buy wraps, so I don't do parties. So I just wrap people one-on-one. If I was talking to people who were interested in business, I would give them all of my, uncomfortableness. And people related to that. And then they wanted to join me. I'm like, okay, I would love to do business like hers too, but I can't really do parties, and I don't have a lot of money to buy wraps. And what was the other thing I said? It was a really good shit. Oh, I don't have the money for events. And I don't like to talk in front of people, and I'm really shy. And so I would tell people that, and it would help them see this as an alternative for them. So what I want to talk to you about is stepping outside that comfort zone. Even now, to this point, this is very much out of my comfort zone. Last night was very much out of my comfort zone. I'm not a professional talker like that other presidential. She scares me. I see her and I'm like, she's so intimidating. And she talks on television. Even my best friend's dog was on the weather girl. But you know what? I use that to my advantage because people look at, I think really my success has come because people look at me and think I'm relatable. I'm not a Debbie Susan. I'm not a newscaster. I'm not a former newscaster or a former weather girl.
Don't need to be.
I'm not a chiropractor, I don't know everything about the products. I'm just a single mom who wanted to earn $500 a month, pay for health benefits. And I use that in my favor because I want all the people that watch me to say, you know what, if she can do that, I can do that. I can probably do better than her too. She stinks. And that's how I built my business. I haven't built my business on being a product guru or compensation plan guru, although I do know really well. I watch and know where my every dime comes from. But I want you to keep that mindset. Don't be afraid. Don't go out there and be afraid because you don't know all the answers or you're a little bit shy. Use that in your favor because other people are just like you, and so you can get those people. You can rope them into your business because there are people out there like you. But I knew when I started this business that we have a product that's not sold in stores, that we have something that's unique that everybody wants. And so I went out and I said, we have a compensation plan that's unheard of. You heard stories from different people, from Betty, from Ricky, about how other companies they were in. And I know this company blows them away because when I talked to Ricky about it, she's like, you mean we can do that? What? What about this? I bet we can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, we can. Wow, and Betty, I know Betty, I was actually in a company with Betty before, and the ADBB auto ship, for you guys being a customer of the product, you get to earn commission. Well, when I was with the other company, with Betty, we had to, Betty, how much we had to make?
$2,500.
$2,500 a month, maybe you talked about this, but $2,500 a month, every month in order for us to get paid commission. And now we just have to be a customer of our products. We just have to order $80 a month. So I show that because I didn't have a lot of money either when I started this. I was on a shoestring budget. I did not have money, like I said, I didn't have money in my Robson party. So about stepping out of your comfort zone, that's just the biggest message that I can give to you, is just get comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you want to stay within that comfort zone, you're not going to grow. So that's why all of you were like, tonight saying, what does she mean? These numbers are name tags. And we have to sit at this table. I can't with all these people. I'm going to sit with my spouse, or I'm going to sit with people I brought with me. I wanted to kind of show you guys that when we go to an event, or I don't want you to be afraid to go out and blitz. I don't want you to be afraid to go to an event because you have nobody going with you, or you don't know who you're going to sit with. And those are all my fears. And once I got over those things, big things happened. And so that's why I kind of did this little game. And I know different ones are like, why are you doing that? That's just weird. But it was important to me. So we have prizes. So when you came in, I told you all that if you took your name tag and you sat at the table according to the number on your name tag, that you might win a prize. So I'm going to draw for prizes.
You're not sitting.
Okay, if you're not sitting at the table that's on your name tag, you're not going to win. Because we're going to reward the people who stepped out of the We're going to reward you because there are rewards. The minute you start stepping out of your comfort zone, that's when things start happening in your business. You can't sit back and be all comfortable and think, well, she's not going to want this, and I'm going to talk to her in 10 years. If I talk to her now, it's going to seem weird. She's going to think that I only want to sell her something. Talk to her, because you know what? If you don't, someone else will. Someone else will talk to her, and you'll be like, oh, crap. She's sitting over there. She's on her team. She's on my team. Talk to them.